which is a 3-day forum in the Gambia.
The Gambia is third country to host the global event from Germany and South Africa, and is expected to bring about 500 delegates across the globe. First ladies of Senegal and Nigeria are expected to arrive later.
The First Lady will officially do the official opening ceremony, inshallah, on Monday, who is also assisting and helping the President in championing the cause of women's rights. So it's going to be a very interesting forum. We, as of now, we almost have about 150 delegates that have registered, and we are still expecting more.
From the Banjul International Airport, Babukar Kamara reporting for Grts News.
Our Modu Bajan was also at the airport to capture the arrival of the representatives of the First Lady of Nigeria and the First Lady of Senegal.
To the third and latest conference of Women Advancement Forum, delegates including the First Lady of Senegal, Madam Mariam Sall, as well as two First Ladies from Nigeria, namely Her Excellency Olufanso Omoson of Ogun State and Her Excellency Judith Ameche of Rivers State, landed at the Banjul International Airport ahead of this event. Moments after stepping on Gambian soil, the Senegalese First Lady, by means of her spokeswoman, thanked His Excellency President Jammeh and Her Excellency Madam Zainab Yahya Jammeh for inviting her to grace such a significant Women Issues Forum. Madam Macky Sall further reiterated the importance of Women Advancement Forum's latest engagement, adding that such are highly needed activities in line with the realization of emancipating women, particularly those from our part of the world. For her compatriots, the Ogun State First Lady mentioned some of the concerns that will be scrutinized during the conference, starting with this.
The Women Advancement Forum 2014 is being held in Gambia. This would cause a high influx of African women to converge in Gambia, and that in its own is an advantage to Gambia, to its tourism, to its development, and its economic situation. Because people, this is my first time here, it's an opportunity for us to see the place and obviously for us to come back again.
Before the Rivers State First Lady joined the discussion, she further mentioned that such a high-profile meeting will as well avail the Gambia a host of benefits, including socio-economic ones.
General issues that affect women across the globe, whether you're West African, whether you're African. If you're a woman, there's so many issues about marginalization in leadership roles and other issues that are general to women that will be discussed at this forum.
Women have been left behind in many areas in education. In most cases, you know, in most African countries, women are not given the opportunity to go to school. So we have to make sure we carry women along so that they will know the importance of education for the children, especially girls' education.
Described as the most attended gender conference, Women Advancement Forum is a platform which recognizes women advancement and empowerment, and although there may already be women of high-profile positions in the continent, the First Lady and many of her comrades want more and more of this.
We want women to be presidents in Africa, so that I think women can do better in most areas.
With participants drawn internationally from women in business, politics and advocacy, to name a few. This conference, which mainly aims to build on the registered successes of the previous ones in Berlin and Johannesburg in 2010 and 2013 respectively, may verily bear fruit. Modu Bajan, Grts News.
Meanwhile, the lineup of arrivals is now complete after the arrival of the First Lady of Burundi earlier this evening. As part of their mission to further enhance the already cemented ties between Ankara and Banjul, a Turkish delegation led by the Turkish Health Minister, Dr. Mehmet Muzin-Noglu, this evening met with the Secretary General and Minister for Presidential Affairs, Mamadou Sabali, at State House. In receipt of the delegation on behalf of President Jammeh, Secretary General Sabali also used the platform to thank the team and the Turkish government at large for the ongoing bilateral ties that bonds the two countries. Here is an excerpt.
Given this background and the revolution in terms of economic transformation that your country is going through, and the dignity and pride with which your government represents your people, the government of the Gambia, which has gone through a similar revolution since the coming to power of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Sheikh Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya Ejeje Jammeh, who has engendered a social transformation to put the Gambia on a higher pedestal of socio-economic development. We are very proud to have friends like yours, and we feel proud to be able to tell the rest of the world that your government and your people are one of our most distinguished, one of our special friends around the world.
Secretary General Modu Sabali there speaking. We hope to bring you details of that story in our tomorrow's news bulletin. The renowned Jamaican dub poet Mutabaruka and a lecturer at the Political Science Department at the University of the Gambia have been speaking about the significance of Africa Liberation Day. We have excerpts of that.
Steve Biko said, the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. The greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. African rulers and African leaders need to understand that Africa is a continent, not a country. So when we speak of African liberation, it's not just about the nationalistic perspective. It's about the continent itself. And when we say the continent, we're talking about the people also that was taken away from Africa, domiciled on those former slave plantation islands, and is also recognizing that Africa needs to be liberated. So African leaders must now include the sum total of all African people, no matter where they are, and echo the cry that Marcus Garvey said for years, Africa for Africans, those at home and those abroad.
It is very interesting, and I believe that Our Excellency, God has really blessed us in this country and indeed in this region by giving him to us as our leader for the purpose of, making sure that we have somebody like him that can help us to fight a liberation war, because this country is undergoing serious resurgence, especially under terrorism, under crisis of ignominious momentum that you can think of, which somebody like our leader that we believe can handle. And I sincerely believe that he is.
That was Mutabaruka and UTG's Felix Omotosho talking about Africa Liberation Day. Well, it's now time to take our first break, but we'll be back with news from outside the Gambia. Don't go away.
Is offering a massive discount on the 30-kilogram bag of rice. With an unbeatable retail price of $550 per 30-kilogram bag. Yes, you've heard me right. Only $550 available on sale at the Kanilai Group International Store. The point of sale is at KGI head office situated at the Standard Chartered Building at Traffic Lights Junction. Come and buy in numbers while stock lasts. For more information, call 4398-313 or 778-6429 or 996-5776. Kanilai Group International.
Welcome back. Moscow has made it abundantly clear that it has no intention of spoiling the mood in Kiev at a time Ukraine is bracing up for a new leader. However, the authorities in Russia are not happy with the views of some radical politicians threatening to cut gas supply to Moscow. Details in this report by CFI.
They are destroying them. I don't need elections. There's no one to elect. They're all fascists who are against their people. The candidate who stands out is Petro Poroshenko, known as the Chocolate King, as he made his fortune in the confectionery business. The two-time minister, first under pro-Western President Yushchenko, then under Yanukovych, is seen as the best compromise, a compromise that the residents of Donetsk don't want to make. The region has seen some serious clashes lately between Russian-speaking autonomists and Ukrainian militia forces. Officially, the residents